How are you all, you lovely lot? Little pond covers off there. It's Saturday before Christmas, and fish have had a little bit of food. It's about 8.5 degrees in there, so been a little bit naughty, but I pour a little bit in there because I haven't had anything for a couple of weeks and it's quite a mild day. I've got a problem because the shower pump, so the pump that's in there, the 10,000 J-bow, it's got an N4 fault, and I've stripped it all out. It's all perfectly dry, nothing wrong with the connections. The actual motor seems to try and put power to it. Looks like it powers up, but it just not have it. So I'm going to be looking for a pond pump this afternoon to replace it. Unfortunately, it's not the main pond. That's okay, but you can see the fish are lovely. They're nice to see them just mooching around. So that cover's going to go on. I've got my HA6 now, so I've got to, over the Christmas period, I will be fixing that split right there, look, that you can see, quite a nasty nick. And then I've got to have a look, see if there's anything else, but I think that was the main culprit. Ooh, there, so I'm going to fill that. Yeah, and then test it, obviously, so that's work to do there. So I've got a bit of sticky back. I've had my marine tank in the home has been getting a bit of a algae problem, and I've checked the RO to it and it was way too high. The dissolved solids in there, it was like 100 and something, way too high for marine. So I've changed all the filters in there. Then the controller, my HM controller that monitors the water, because it's a mild day. I've had the net open as well, been doing a few bits and bobs. Yeah, so the RO unit for that has all been maintained. Sediment filter, membranes flushed, the carbon filters changed, and the DI resins changed. Now I've got to hook this up, get that done, put some sticky back on because the sticky back connections at the back have failed. And then I want to show you something as well. I've got some different food. So I've got some Saki Hikari White, well expensive food. You're talking between 22 and 25 pound a kilo. Now I've got 2.5 kilo because one of someone, a koi if you like, online type friend who I think I might have met once, I don't know, but might have done. Luke Riley, if you're watching. So yeah, I've managed to get hold of some. He had 5 kilo of it, so I managed to get 2.5 kilo of food off someone from online who got 5 kilo. Not started using it yet, so I just says, well, I'll have a couple of kilo off you if you want to send me some. So I managed to get it for, I think it was about, it was £45 delivered, £40 and then £5 delivery, so £45. So yeah, so I'm going to take that little bit of Saki Balance out of there, put it in this tub, and then this, I'll get the friggin', look at that, lovely. The Saki White, they're going on the white. So what I thought would be interesting, they're going on the Saki White only, and they're going to get 2.5 kilos of it now before the season starts, and then they'll be going straight on Saki Growth for the summer for 5 months. So they go straight on that look. So what will be interesting, if we just watch them for a few minutes, the interesting one I suppose will be the Sakai Fish Farm Sanki, that one in the middle there. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the white of them. It was purely an opportunity. Like I say, someone said they got it and not used it yet, and I just says, do you want to sell some of it? And he says yeah, and he sent it and it came within a few days, so I've got it. So instead of me buying some more balance, 5 kilo of it, or try and get some of that off someone, I bought that. So I thought, well, let's see, because the Saki White, Hikari White, it's still got the Hikari germ in there, so it's going to be quality, top quality, show koi fish, champion fish food, which is obviously, these aren't champion fish koi. However, like I say, it's an opportunity so we can see how that goes for the next, so we're going to get rest of December, January, February, and then probably going to be March, actually going into March, April, hopefully. So it might be like the next 4 months all the way up to May. So we'll see how they go. Just on the Saki White. But like I say, the mixed koi anyway. But it's meant to make the shiroji, which is the white, it's meant to really, you know, make that whiter, purer, make the skin look a bit silkier on the white. So let's see. I mean, you know, that kajaku, we might see that shines a bit more, but they're not in Padnick anyway, are they? Look, so you know, in essence, it doesn't really need it. They don't really need it, but like I say, it's an opportunity. So I thought, I've got that for a good price, put them on it. But we'll see. 3 months time before they go on the growth, will they look a bit crisper, the whites? Will the skin look a bit silkier? Or will they just look exactly the same with no change whatsoever? There's a Shisui, so that one will be interesting. The DK line Shiro down there, look, you can see that's got like a bluish tint underneath. The actual Sumi's starting to come a bit more. So everything else is still exactly the same, been solid apart from that pond pump up there. So I've got to now get a new pond pump. So that's probably going to cost 150 odd quid. I mean, I don't really need it on that skimmer line at the moment, but so I'll have a look. So yeah, I've got that controller to pop back on there. I've got that to empty, put into there. I've got the white to put into there, so they get fed once a day on it. They get fed once a day for automatic, then I put some in by hand as well, so twice a day really. And then just do that, and then I'm watching Forest v Brentford. And everything else is tip top. So the food has been put in there. I've not recorded myself doing it because it's a bloody nightmare, because if anyone's ever got one of these feeders, as soon as you touch them, food starts falling out. So they've had a right bumper crop of food, so Merry Christmas to them. They're happy as pigs in muck. So it might just spike my filters a bit now. I might just get a bit of ammonia, because obviously they're at low temperatures, so there's more food gone in than usual, and there's not enough. So there's the food gone in. It's had a bit of a spike. The bacteria is probably lower, so it's not got enough to cope with, so it'll probably spike a little bit. But they'll keep going. So yeah, there's a few pellets left. Quite a few went in, to be fair, but they're as happy as anything. Look, the pond temperature is 10.1. 10.3 on there. Everything's going well. So it's getting a bit dark. Forest have kicked off and I'm a bit late, so I'm 5 minutes behind. It's 3:05. We'll come over to my RO. Look, anybody that's got an RO, get one of these controllers, because it's got three probes on it, and you can put them where you want. But I've got one on line in, so there's the water going into the unit. One before it goes into line 2. Hang on a minute. So yeah, so line 2 is between the membrane and the DI, because line 3 is there. Look, there's line 3, just there. So as you can see, if I flick that over to line 1, water going in. God, the light's terrible. It's 158 ppm. Not bad actually. Line 2 is about 11 ppm, and line 3, when it comes out of the DI resin, is 0. So you want, for marine fish, you want 0. So I was loads higher than that. Hence, I know it's been getting worse, and obviously the last few weeks it's increasingly getting worse, and I've noticed my marine tank is getting like what they call like diatoms on the bottom of the water. So hopefully now get some really fresh clean water in there. Zero, nothing in it, zero, and that will get back to normal on there. So yeah, really good. Be good for the pond actually. If you're using an RO unit or something like that, you can actually get them with 2 lines, I think, but I've got 3 because I know when line 3 starts creeping up to 1, 2, 3, I know my DI, the polishing DI resin, is starting to fail. You can flush this as well. I've got a flushing valve here, and then that's on about 10, 11 normally. Look, when that starts creeping up, that was on like 58, 60, and this was on about 58, 60 as well on line 3. So water going in, water coming out, and then 11 is after the membrane and that. So turn that off, renewed the batteries because it was playing up. So all I've got to do now is get some water. Christmas Day in Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, the bees are going to get some sugar blocks on them to keep them going, so hopefully they're okay. So have a quick look like we're on, if you're interested, see what they're on with. Temperature is 9 degrees today. There's nothing coming out. You might get the odd one flying, but let's have a look. There they are, look. They're all clustered up. They're all clustered together like in a ball coming up, look. So they will get some food. Hopefully they've got enough stores in the comb still to keep them going, but they will get some in a few days. This one, oh, where are they? Oh, they're really deep down. They are. They're deep down. They're deep in that. Now what they'll be doing, they'll be clustering around the queen to keep the queen warm, fed. Because lose the queen, the queenless, obviously. So, water, and all that leaves me to leave these koi. They're happy as pigs in muck. Talking of happy as pigs in muck, happy Christmas again, Merry Christmas, hope you have a lovely day, hope it's a lovely koi Christmas. Just on this note of cameras, I've got a new one coming. I've got one for Christmas hopefully, nothing mega, but it's the DJI Action 4. So I'll have this phone, my phone on my Samsung 10, and then I'll have that, so I'll have a play about and see what I can get in the future. So sorry about that, and happy as pigs in muck. Merry Christmas to everybody, hope you have a banger. See you on the next one, which will be after Christmas. They'll be all done and dusted.